Right here, I have the Efkin Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. This is the X1 Pro version. I am gonna be testing this, so stick around and continue watching, or just skip to this time if you only wanna see the test. But let me show you everything that comes in the box. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like, like I was saying, this is what the packaging all looks like. So this is the user manual. They do give you that cleaning brush. I love those things. These things are amazing. They are so helpful to clean out the brush roller. All right, so here we have the 2-in-1 handheld attachment. So this is the one that just slides up if you want the bristle brushes, and then slides down if you want that upholstery attachment. Usually they have a little velvety brush thing right here. This one does not have that. It's just plain plastic all the way around, which is fine. We'll see how it works. And then we do have the crevice attachment. This one looks really nice. The extension tool. And this one does have a button on the back right here, so you can extend it this far. Or if you want a shorter extension, you can just close it up like that. And this actually slides really well. I was surprised about that because sometimes these can feel really sticky and it's hard to get them to extend. This one is just smooth. And then they do give you a wall mount. So they give you the plastic drywall attachments for those screws. And then this is what the wall mount looks like. So there is this little clip that it's gonna hang from, and then you have 2 slots for attachments. All right, so here is the main attachment. And I gotta say, this is looking pretty impressive right now. These bristle brushes are nice and thick. They have a brush going all the way around the outside of the base, as well as this roller right here. We have the bending function, the swivel function. So you should be able to easily get underneath furniture. Look at how flat that is. Pretty impressed with that. Oh, and then it has LED lights. I forgot about that. And then to remove the bristle brush, you're just gonna press down on this little tab. That was not hard at all. And then this just pops right out, and then you can easily clean that and clean all in here as well. Also, they do have these plastic ridges. Let me get closer. So these plastic ridges are what's gonna keep your bristle brush as clean as possible without having to remove it. So this is gonna catch all that hair and gather it all up and clean that bristle brush as you go. Honestly, this is the best plastic comb inside a cordless vacuum that I have seen so far. Hopefully it helps keep that bristle brush clean. Super easy to put that bristle brush back in or take it out. Alrighty, we do have a removable battery. So important when you are looking for a cordless vacuum, make sure it has a removable battery, because you don't want to have to replace the whole vacuum when it's time to get a new battery, because eventually these things do go out. Also, it makes it easier for charging, because if you don't have an outlet where you're gonna hang your wall mount, you can just take the battery off and go charge it on a counter. All right, they do give you an extra filter, which is awesome. And it does have a foam attachment as well as that nice HEPA filter. Charging cord. I love how lightweight this is. It's not too heavy at all. I feel like I could vacuum all day holding this. All right, so right here is the dustbin release. That is the easiest way to empty your dustbin. And then also on the bottom, there is this little push button right here. So as I push that button, I'm just gonna pull out and down, and then you can remove the whole cup and then easily clean around that area, as well as replace or clean this filter right here. There's these little grabbers on either side, so you can easily get that out. And look at how easy it's gonna be to clean the dustbin. It's like one open case. I could easily fit my hand in there to clean all around in here. I absolutely love that. If you want to replace the filter, you're just going to pull up. There's that foam filter as well. And then you could just clean this whole metal plastic filter as well. It does have a rubber gasket all the way around, and then just line up those side notches and it slips right in. And then there's this little tab right here on the front that's going to go right on there. So you just line that up and then push up, and now it's all the way back in. And then this little button right here is going to get the vacuum going. That's the power button. And then the battery is just gonna slip on the back here. So you'll just line that up. Oh, also I forgot to mention, this does lock. So when you have all this weight up here, if you lock it, it's gonna stay standing up. It's great because if you need to stop vacuuming, you can just lock it and leave it wherever. I will say, this was a pretty tight fit. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so it is pretty difficult to get that apart. It's just a really tight fit. It's not impossible, just No, it's a little bit sticky. I'm sure as I use this more, it is going to get easier to remove these attachments. That one went in a lot easier. Now that the battery's in, if I hit the power button, this is what it looks like. You do just have low and high, and then 3 battery indicators. So right now we are full battery. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go test this out. All right, I'm gonna be testing this out in the kitchen because it is so muddy in my backyard and my dogs have tracked in so much dirt. So let's go ahead and vacuum that up really quick. So I just went over the middle of this pile and it sucked everything up super well. And that was on the low setting too. So we can go even higher. Let's change this to the max mode. Also, that LED light is super bright and nice. I'm able to see where every single piece of dirt is. And now that we've gone over that mess, I wanted to show you the bristle brush as well, because there is no hair caught in here. And like I said, I have 2 dogs. And so there are a ton of little fur balls lying around and none of them got caught in the bristle brush. So super impressed with that. Okay, I only went over that pile 1 time. There was no need to go back and forth over the mess. It just sucked all that dirt up right away. So really impressed with that. So now let's go ahead and try it out as a handheld vacuum out in the car. Okay, first piece I'm gonna try on the car is the roller brush attachment. That was on low. And this is on high. That is kind of working. It did get a lot out, especially on high. I would mainly use this setup for stairs. I feel like that would be really helpful. So let's move to the upholstery attachment. All right, and now the brush attachment. And then lastly, we have the crevice tool. All right, so now you can tell the difference between the side that we did vacuum and the side we did not. It did a great job cleaning up all of that debris as a handheld vacuum. I feel like it definitely did the trick. After testing it out, I absolutely love this vacuum. I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. But yeah, if you want one of these vacuums, definitely check it out. I'll leave it linked down below. But yeah, that was just my really quick review of this cordless vacuum.